Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. In this video, we are going to discuss about standard deviation. And the definition of this is that the square root of the variance. We have already discussed about variance in the previous video. So what we do in the standard deviation, that if we have the answer of the variance, like this was the variance we get from the previous question. Okay, so if we simply take under root of this value, okay, we simply take under root of this value like 10049.5, we will get standard deviation. Okay, standard deviation, and standard deviation, it is denoted by s. So the variance is denoted by s square. If we simply take under root of that value, we get the standard deviation. And if we will be given the standard deviation and we take square of it, okay, then we will get the variance. So now let us discuss the standard deviation for the ungrouped data. For ungrouped data of the variance, we studied two formulas. So in this video, there are going to be two formulas also for the standard deviation. What we discussed in the definition, that it is the square root of the variance. Okay, so the formula for the variance was this. Okay, we have discussed this formula and this. So what we have to do is to write the formula of variance, and we simply take the under root of this. Okay, and standard deviation is denoted by s. So it is the under root of variance, under root s square and under root s square. These are the formulas for standard deviation. Okay, when we will solve the question by this formula, it will be a long process and it will be more easy, and it will be a shortcut if you will solve by this formula. So here is a data given for the ungrouped data. So we have to count the n. N is 12. Okay, if we count the values, these are 12, and I have written 12 here. Sigma x square, we have to make a column of x square. Values of x are given, so we take the square of these values, and after taking the square of these values, we have to add them up. Okay, and after adding them up, we get the value of sigma x square. And next, what we have to do, we have to take the sum of the x column. So this was the x column, and we took its sum. It was 675. Okay, and then we squared it, and we got our value for this part. And n into n minus 1, it was 132. So I have written all of the values in the formula, and after solving them up, I got the answer, which was 5.95. And in the question, it was given that it is the time in minutes, so the standard deviation will be this minutes. So we can solve this question by this formula also, and the answer will be the same. And now we will discuss about the standard deviation for the group data. We will be given some class limits or class boundaries with a column of frequency. What we have to do, okay, the formula is again the same. Okay, the formula is again the same for standard deviation as that of the variance, but what is the difference? Okay, this was the variance for group data, this was the formula. So what we have done, we have simply taken the under root of that. Okay, value of n for group data is the summation of f, and we have added the values of this column, and we got our n. Okay, x for group data is the midpoint, and how we get the value of x is we simply add the values of the class limit and divide them by 2. Like 9 plus 1 divided by 2, we get midpoint, which is 5, and 18 plus 10 divided by 2, we get 14, and so on. Then we have to square the values of x, and after squaring this, I got these values. Then we have to multiply x square with that of f. Okay, fx square, and after multiplying 5 with 25, we get this, and this with this, we get this. Okay, and the next column is of f into x. We multiplied f with that of x. 5 into 5, 25, 7 into 40, 98, and so on. Okay, and then we add the values of this column and this column separately, and we got our answers, this and this. And now look at the formula, it is sigma fx square. So we have the value of sigma fx square, And what is the next value? It is sigma fx whole square. So we have now sigma fx but not its square, so we squared the value and we get this answer. And n into n minus 1, it is 870. Okay, and after putting these values into the formula, we got the answer 20.92, which is the standard deviation for group theta. Okay, this is for group theta. So this was all for this video, and if you have any question then feel free to ask in the comment box. And till then, Allah Hafiz.